I'm approaching 40 years old and I am a complete and utter loser. I am a complete and utter loser by today's standards. I am. So, without further ado, let's get the scores on the doors. Let's put the cards on the table. I'm approaching 40 years old. I live in a small 1-bedroom flat on my own. I drive a very average car. I have a full-time job which pays a very average salary. I have no wife. I have no girlfriend. I'm not even dating. I've got no mates whatsoever. I haven't had a holiday with sun, sea, sand, what have you, for the best part of 20 years. By society's standards, I am a complete and utter loser and a loner at that. I do everything on my own. I go to the gym on my own. I relax in the spa on my own. I go to the pub on my own. I take walks in nature on my own. I meditate in the forest on my own. I go to theme parks on my own. I go to the cinema on my own. I do everything on my own. By today's standards, I am a complete and utter loser and a loner at that. But I am genuinely the most happy, content person I know. I am genuinely the most happy, content person I know. Arguably by a landslide. So how is that possible? It's possible because I'm not in the competition. I'm not in the competition, guys. I'm not in the competition. I'm not comparing my life to anybody else's. I'm happy, I'm content, I'm grateful, to name but a few. I'm fully aware by today's standards, I'm a loser, I'm a loner. I'm not even on social media anymore. I've become a ghost. Who cares? I'm a popular ghost. I seem to know everybody. Everywhere I go, I know everybody. But I am the most happy, content person I know. I am because I'm not in the competition. Let's backtrack. I've got a small 1-bedroom flat on my own. Perfect. Perfect. Listen, low mortgage, very low bills because I live on my own. Love my own company. I've invested good money into doing out my apartment. Got a luxury kitchen, got a beautiful lounge, massive 80-inch cinema screen, Dolby surround sound, invested good money in nice sofas, nice bathroom, recently got a new bed, luxury mattress, what have you. I'm very happy, I'm very content. Nearly 40 years old. I don't have a wife. What do I need a wife for? Why do I need a wife? Like, I don't even mean that offensively. I mean that sincerely. Why do I need a wife? What do I need a wife for? I do my own cooking. I do my own cleaning. I like my own space and my own company. Why do I need a wife? I'm not saying I'm against the idea. I'm not saying having a wife is a bad thing. Maybe I will settle down one day. Maybe I am going to meet somebody and have a connection and get married and what have you. But I'm saying it's not a necessity. I don't feel the need to have a wife. I'm happy and content as I am. Yeah, okay. I drive an average car. I love my car. I'm not in competition with anybody else. I don't care if someone's driving a really nice Ferrari or Mercedes or Audi or Tesla. I'm happy with my motor. I love it. I love my car. I drive a Seat Ibiza Sport. It's not the most luxurious car in the world. It's not the worst. It's probably about average, maybe. I've recently invested in a killer sound system. I've got a giant subwoofer in the back, in the boot. I've got two massive JBL front speakers, all running off independent amps. The sound is amazing. The bass is killer. I love my music. It's great. It's fantastic. I've got an average paying job. So what? Look, at least I've got a job. A lot of people aren't working, so I'm grateful I've got a job, number one. Number two, I love my job. I love being at work. It's challenging, it's rewarding, it's technical. I work in BMS, engineering, boiler, maintenance, systems. We install boiler systems into police stations, fire stations, schools, leisure centres, what have you. It's extremely difficult, very challenging, very long hours. I love it. Very technical. We've got to install it. We've got to wire it all up. And it's just great. I absolutely love it. Got no mates. So what? I don't need any. From my experience, mates, they do you over. They do you over. They're in competition with you. You tell them your problems. And deep down, they put on a mask like they care. But deep down, 90% of the time, if not all the time, when you tell them your problems, they're either glad you've got them or they don't care. They don't care. And mates, they do you over. I had the best mate of 20 years. About 15 years into the relationship, we're on our way back from Dublin, okay? And I'm aware this is a minor, but it's still a story of a mate doing you over. We're on our way back from Dublin on the plane, right? We went for a weekend partying. Good weekend. Went to the Guinness factory. Best pint of Guinness I've ever had in my life. I'm a massive fan of stout. I drink stout and whiskey. And I smoke weed. So what? On occasions, not daily. I smoke weed once every 2 to 5 weeks. And I have the occasional pint of stout. And if I buy a bottle of whiskey about that big, it'll probably last me about 2 months. You know, so I do everything in moderation, right? But anyway, we're on our way back from Dublin, right? And he says, my cousin Ryan has recently come up from London and he's given me a load of DVDs. Well, I'm going to be right up your street. You've got like horror, you've got sci-fi, what have you. He said, you're a lover, mate. And a lot of them, he said, yeah, a lot of them are fairly new films and this, that, and the other. And he said, I'll look after you and I'll sell them to you. And I said, how much would you want for them? And he said, well, there's about 15 DVDs and I'll sell them to you for £30. It's like £2 a DVD, mate. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. So we arrived back in England. I go to the cash point. We go to his yard. He gives me the DVDs. They're wrapped up in a bag. And then they're wrapped up in another bag. So I couldn't really see what DVDs they were. And I didn't really ask him what DVDs they were. He knew I was a fan of films. And it just sounded like a really good deal. Anyway, I got home. I opened up the bag. And I realised I've got a really good memory. All of these DVDs are the DVDs he's borrowed off me over the years. He's not bothered to give me them back. He thinks I forgot about them. And now years later, he's selling them to me for 30 quid. And he's meant to be my best mate. We'd been best mates for about 15 years at this time. Completely did me out of 30 quid. Thought I wouldn't notice because I've got loads of DVDs anyway. Just goes to show. It just goes to show. You know, they do you over. I don't know what that was all about. And I didn't even confront him about it. Because I didn't want any confrontation. At the time, I thought I need my mates. I don't want to have confrontation. So I didn't confront him about it. He even said to me, what were the films like? I said, yeah, they were fantastic. But I knew he did me over. Point I'm getting at, I've got no mates. So what? I meet people on my journey. I'm an introvert extrovert. I love being on my own. I also love meeting people. I'm about to go to the pub, right? On my own on a Sunday, just for a pint before I go to the nature park because I want a pint of stout. I'm going to end up having a pint with somebody. I'm going to know somebody in the pub. I always do. I'm forever saying hello to people. I'm a popular loner. So yeah, I've got no mates. Doesn't bother me at all. I meet people on my journey. Love my job. Love my apartment. Love my car. Love being on my own. Okay, I haven't got a girlfriend. What do I need a girlfriend for? You know, I love doing the activities on my own. Like I said, yes, on occasions, if I'm being transparent, I do like to be intimate with a woman. I do. You know, I'm just being honest. I do. But because I haven't got a wife and because I haven't got a girlfriend and because I've literally got no mates and I'm a complete loner, that doesn't mean I'm not intimate with a woman, because I am. There's a woman in my life at the moment. She lives in Bolton. I met her on a cold approach, and it wasn't even a cold approach, to be honest, because I don't cold approach women anymore. I don't do the whole, oh, she's hot, let me try and ask her out for a date and cold approach and work game. I just don't do it. I think it's cringe. It's not as cringe as online dating. You know, I'm not dating at the moment. I don't do the whole online dating thing. But the way I met her, anyway, yeah, the way I met Sophie, I was in a coffee shop and she really, really caught my eye. Like, genuinely, she really, really caught my eye. And I just approached her and we got into a conversation, a genuine conversation. I wasn't trying to chat her up or this, that, or the other. I weren't working game. You know, we just got into a conversation. And now we've got a thing going where every 2 weeks, once a week, once every 2 weeks, we meet up and we enjoy each other's company and we spend the night and we're intimate. We don't do the whole dating thing. She's not into it. She's got a couple of kids. She can't be asked with it. You know, when she's got a break from the kids, she doesn't want to do the whole dating thing. You know, she doesn't want to do the whole relationship thing. She just wants to meet up once in a while. We have been doing for quite a while now, and you know, be intimate, enjoy each other's company, and then that's it. And that suits me down to the ground. That suits me down to the ground, to be honest with you. No stress, no drama, no nothing. I'm not even really bothered about intimacy anymore, if I'm being honest. I mean, I am bothered, but I'm not that bothered because I'm practicing semen retention and I'm enjoying it. I enjoy retaining my sexual energy. I find my meditations a lot deeper in the forest when I've got my sexual energy. I find my workouts in the gym a lot better. I find my conversations with people a lot better. And I find my overall well-being is a lot better when I'm on semen retention. But I also like to express my sexual energy, to put it politely. So this is why me and Sophie hook up, and you know, she's very similar, she's the same. It works for both of us. But the point I'm getting at is I'm very happy. Like, I'm very happy, I'm very content. I'm not a loser in my eyes. I'm a complete winner. How can I not be a winner? Yeah, I haven't had a holiday for over 20 years. I don't want one. I don't. There's nowhere on planet Earth I want to go. I am a very unusual person. I've been abroad over the past 20 years, a lot, but I always go to the same place. I'm easy pleased. It's where I love. It's where my heart is. I always go to the same place. Amsterdam. I love Amsterdam. So I go Amsterdam a lot. And that's it. That's it. Everything else I like to do in the UK, I'm not bothered about having a luxury holiday with sun, sea, sand and whatnot. What have you? You know, I'm very easy pleased and I live a very basic life. And I'm fully aware by society standards, I'd be classed as a loser and a complete loner at that. I'm aware there's men my age, 40 years old, they're married, they've got kids, they've got a family to go home to, they've got a 4 or 5 bedroom detached house, 2 luxury cars on the driveway. He's making about £100,000 a year, going on 3 or 4 luxury holidays a year. It's all over Facebook, it's all over Instagram. Good for you. But I'm in a different sport. Never mind league. We're in 2 completely different lanes. I don't compare myself to other people. I'm not in the competition. I'm not in the competition. In my eyes, in my reality, by my own right, I'm a winner. Why? Because I've got peace of mind, never ending. I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm content with my life. I wouldn't want to change it. Even if I came into a massive amount of money, I would not want to leave my flat. I love it. I love my apartment. I love my neighbours. They're so friendly. Where I live is very discreet and out the way. I love my car. I wouldn't want to change it. I love my job. I wouldn't want to change it. I love my lifestyle. I wouldn't want to change it. So how can I not be a winner? Who cares what other people are up to? Who cares about other people's opinion? Once you take yourself out of the competition and you're in a league of your own, you can't be a loser because you're in a league of your own. I don't compare myself to other people. I'm not on social media. I'm a popular ghost. If there is such a thing, that's what I am. I'm a popular ghost. I know everybody, everywhere I go, for whatever reason. I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I know everybody, but I don't have any mates whatsoever. I'm pretty much 100% single. Okay, me and Sophie are intimate, but there's nothing else really happening, which works for her and works for me. It's perfect. Perfect. And I'm just happy and really, really content with my life at the moment. I am a popular ghost who's happy and content with his life. And I'm just not in the competition, guys. I'm just not. The key to a happy life is gratitude. I've got a never ending attitude of gratitude and dopamine. Having high dopamine receptors and levels in your head. And that really comes from living a basic life. I increase my dopamine levels by cold showering daily, ice bathing daily, exercise releases endorphins, gets the body going. That can increase your dopamine levels. Walks in nature, listening to high vibrational music, smiling as often as I can, laughing. It's fantastic. I don't have any stress. I don't have any drama. I don't have any confrontation. I don't feel the need to explain myself to anybody anymore. I'm in a league of my own. And I'm very, very happy and I'm very, very content. Yes, by society's standards, I am a complete loser. But when you're not in the competition and you take yourself out of that, you become in a league of your own. And in my world, in my reality, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm literally laughing. I am. It just is the way it is. Right. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to wrap it up there. But yeah, I'm in a league of my own and I'm loving it. And I suggest, if you haven't already, do the same thing. Take yourself out of the competition. Stop comparing your life to other people's. Be a league of your own. Be happy. Be content with what you've got. And arguably, above everything else, have an attitude of gratitude.